Top X, purity becoming one. Top X, purity becoming one. Yo, I just did a video. It was such interesting. It was so exciting. He, the Gentile, came on. You know, they have to mind their own business. They don't mind their own business. Their business, we don't care. That's why we don't care about that guy, Kirk. I didn't make a video about him. You're mentioning him. We're not going to have compassion on somebody that doesn't have compassion on us. That's for weak Sambone Negroes, not for us. And I'm going to show a video clip. You're giving me more ideas. You need to stop because you're making me skull drag you guys more. I'm going to wait on here and see if anybody comes on more. It's going to be a quick video. Nolan, the heathen Gentile, Neanderthal, snow monkey, aka monkey, wants us to prove why I'm calling him a snow monkey. JD Israel in the house, Star X. You're gonna enjoy this quick video too. Let's wait for people to come into the room. We're waiting for Nolan. Let's see how brave he is if he comes into the room. We'll give 7 or 8 minutes. So greet anybody that comes in and get your skull dragon. Get something to skull drag the heathen Gentile if he comes in the room, and I'll definitely read it. So do what you got to do. I'm going to get a quick drink, charge up, because they had me charged on that last video. Wait to this video. So greet people that come in the room. Tell them I'll be in a few minutes. Yo, JD Israel. See, I got me thing. We're at 3 minutes, 21 seconds. I'm just going to charge up for a second. We're waiting for Mr. Nolan to come in. He's probably scared to death. Yo, I skull dragged him. You guys skull dragged him, and we washed him. We washed him up. We washed him in a Maytag washing machine. Wash his ass up. The heathen Gentiles can't stand the Torah Tanakh Israelites. You can't hang here. If you want to get destroyed, come in. If you want to get skull dragged, just come in here. I'll be more than willing to skull drag you. And I don't start. You made me do everything that I did on the video. But I don't think he got the nerve to come in here. In 4 minutes, 21 seconds. We're in 8 minutes. We'll see if the coward, snow monkey coward, wants to come in here. Yeah, he's running. He got his track shoes on. I'm gonna skull drag him anyway. He'll probably sneak on later out like 2 in the morning. Let me see what he said. The wicked, JD Israel, the wicked flee when nobody pursues them. 1000%. Hey, if they want to come up and get skull dragged, be my guest. And they don't realize they're not going to get skull dragged just by from the Kohelet. They're going to get skull dragged by all the Hebrew Israelites that come on. They must like taking biblical abuse. We're at 6 minutes. I'm gonna give 2 more minutes. See if the coward wants to come in. Okay, last cookie. Convex James Hardy, you missed an excellent video before. This is my second video. When I finish this is a quick video. Go watch that first video. We had a heathen Gentile come and harass us. Eating those crackers like Skittles. I'm hungry. Today was my Hebrew Sabbath lunar Sabbath observation because it changes every month. And I ate something earlier. I don't use the stove or anything like that. So I ate something like a long time ago. Um, I eat like twice a day. So I'm a little hungry. I'm going to eat as soon as I do this quick video. Okay, we're going to start. It's 8 minutes, 67 Talvex. Listen, we had like 50 something people on that live. Not on the actual chatting section, but people watch without coming on the chatting live. Excuse me, we had like 53 or something like that. So I just see you guys on, but there's probably more watching, maybe. Anyway, now we know JD Israel, the wicked flee when no pursues. He had all that smoke, that fake smoke, and smacking his lips and stuff like that. And where is he at? Where's Waldo? Where's he at? He ain't here because he don't want. Remember, they can't take the truth. Remember in Proverbs 16. Let me read that. This is Psalm 16. Wait. Let me see. Hold on. No, it's Proverbs 16. Like I said, yeah, Proverbs 16. Hold on. I only know the chapters. I have to read it. Oh, I think it's 7:37. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You know when you're rushing, you kind of mess up. I mess up sometimes. I think it's 7:36. Okay, hold on. If I can't find it, well, I'll do it another time, but I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, I did it. Your Koheleth is still on. I'm an old coconut, but I still got it. This describes the heathen Gentiles. This is my perfect biblical. There's a lot more. J.D. Israel could throw a lot out, and Yahweh's portion and James Hart. You could throw other ones out, but this I like this one though. Psalm 36. His words are evil and deceitful. He will not consider doing good. In his bed he plots mischief. He's set on a path of no good. He does not reject evil. That is the heathen Gentiles. 1000%. All about evil. That Kirk guy was about evil too. Speaks so terrible. And then have compassion? Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here. You don't have compassion for all the Negroes that have been killed. Get out of here. Get out of here. Snow monkey. All right, let me get to it. I'm gonna let you guys go as the weekend. You guys, whoever didn't watch the video, JD James Hardy, you missed a great video. Watch the first video that they call us everything but outside of our name. That was the video that I just made. And this one, I was waiting for the coward. I was waiting for the coward. Nolan said so much stuff. I skull dragged him. I washed them up. I washed them in the Maytag washing machine over there. I washed them, folded them like a lawn chair. Don't come up here in this sandbox throwing dingleberries and shit, because we'll skull drag your ass in a second. All right, let me show you. I don't know why they call me a monkey. I showed you the photos already. Let me show you that photo again anyway. Mind your let me not curse, guys. They start. I don't know why he's calling me a monkey. I don't know why he call you a monkey, because when you shave a monkey down, and your people are going to say the same thing. Shave a monkey down, all that those chimpanzees. Oh, you're a chimp. You think that's hair. When you shave a regular chimpanzee down, take his black hair off. Just look, Nolan. Look at your cousins. Look at that pale skin underneath the black hair. This is you guys. Are you crazy? That's you. That's your deception. Remember, I read Psalm 36. Their words are evil and deceitful. They call us monkeys. They are the snow monkeys, aka regular monkeys. But they try to put their terrible stuff on us. And it's not. We're going to call it all out. We're going to call it all out, Mr. Nolan. Hold on. Where's that monkey? Hold on. I'm sorry. I got a lot of stuff in my phone, and I got to scroll a lot. But this stuff ain't not going to be a quick video. I'm going to just show you that video of that monkey who's shaving, his black hair is shaving off, and his true skin color is going to come through. It's crazy ass news. Oh, here we go. No, that's not the best one I wanted. I showed the other one. I don't know where it is. Hold on. If I don't find it, I showed it in the last video, but give me a second, please. Got a lot of video photos. Come on, monkey. Come on, Nolan. Come on. Have a banana. I have a banana for you. Where's the banana, Nolan? Anyway, forget it. I'm going to show in the video. What's the name of this video? The truth. About the truth. Those of you guys can't handle the truth. You can't handle it. And I know you're a coward. You're a big coward. You're a mankind Neanderthal coward. You won't come out alive and see truth. And it's coming from your own people. Here, let me get it. Right. And you know who sent it? My one of my favorite Hebrew uh, lady queens. She sent it to me, and it's only gonna tell the truth. But we know this. Nolan doesn't know it, and guess what? His people are gonna say it. Listen, the person that's saying he sounds effeminate, but that's not the point. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. Listen, truth coming from a heathen Gentile, you gotta accept it. Not from the scripture. They don't know scripture. Psalm 147, 19 and 20. He gave his word to Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any other nation, for the judgments they don't know and praise you the most. They don't know nothing about scripture. But if they reveal the truth, like Nolan can't reveal any type of truth, his people are going to tell him who they are. Let's hear it together. Let's experience it together. And thank you, Gloria. Nolan.
Let's talk about your obsession with confusing your genetics with actual humans. Settler America loves associating Black Americans with being monkeys, which is crazy because it's not an insult for Black people. Because they're aware that they're the only people on this land without any animal DNA. Though truly it's a confession and a projection when it's used. Because deep down, everyone is aware that when you stare at Black Americans, you see adaptability that you wish that you had. You see skin that absorbs the sun, bones built to last, and a culture that dances and flirts with time instead of fearing it. Meanwhile, we got Chad with fragile skin, lactose tolerance, a sun allergy with an immune system that's weaker than a newborn, calling Black people monkeys? Couldn't possibly miss the fact, Chad, that you have a millimeter Peter, no ass, a tail, razor thin lips, bad hygiene, fur confused as hair growing out of every hole on your body, with the side of animalistic behaviors. Honey, save it. Anthropology has never been able to prove that Black people came from monkeys. Anthropology has proved, however, that colonizers have been obsessed with pretending that they aren't the actual evolutions of primates. If Black Americans are monkeys, then why is everyone chopping their bodies like bell peppers to look like them? You wouldn't knowingly try to surgically imitate a monkey now, would you? Yeah, I don't think so. Continuing to disrespect the original people is only going to make things worse for you. So next time you think about calling a Black person a monkey, flip the mirror. Let's look at the group who has a history of lice. And then let's look at the group that almost never gets them unless they are transferred from a certain type of people. Look at who's scratching their heads in courtrooms, and who's raiding rainforests to steal substances and then call it pharma. Who burns their skin to cancerous levels just to escape their biology? That's not dominance or supremacy. That's desperation and inferiority. Right, infinite lips. Let's talk about your obsession with
Okay, so Nolan, you just got skull dragged by your own people. And I forgot to put in fair use, fair use. 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research, Mr. Nolan. All right, listen, let me play it one more time, Mr. Nolan. If you're sneakily watching without coming on the live chat, because you know you're going to get skull dragged again, Mr. Snow Monkey. So now you know why. So now, did I explain why? Did your comrade explain why you're a snow monkey? Let's watch it one more time. Let's watch it.
Let's talk about your obsession with confusing your genetics with actual humans. Settler America loves associating Black Americans with being monkeys, which is crazy because it's not an insult for Black people. Because they're aware that they're the only people on this land without any animal DNA. Though truly it's a confession and a projection when it's used. Because deep down, everyone is aware that when you stare at Black Americans, you see adaptability that you wish that you had. You see skin that absorbs the sun, bones built to last, and a culture that dances and flirts with time instead of fearing it. Meanwhile, we got Chad with fragile skin, lactose tolerance, a sun allergy with an immune system that's weaker than a newborn, calling Black people monkeys? Couldn't possibly miss the fact, Chad, that you have a millimeter Peter, no ass, a tail, razor thin lips, bad hygiene, Fur confused as hair growing out of every hole on your body, with the side of animalistic behaviors. Honey, save it. Anthropology has never been able to prove that black people came from monkeys. Anthropology has proved, however, that colonizers have been obsessed with pretending that they aren't the actual evolutions of primates. If black Americans are monkeys, then why is everyone chopping their bodies like bell peppers to look like them? You wouldn't knowingly try to surgically imitate a monkey now, would you? Yeah, I don't think so. Continuing to disrespect the original people is only going to make things worse for you. So next time you think about calling a black person a monkey, flip the mirror. Let's look at the group who has a history of lice. And then let's look at the group that almost never gets them unless they are transferred from a certain type of people. Look at who's scratching their heads in courtrooms, and who's raiding rainforests to steal substances and then call it pharma. Who burns their skin to cancerous levels just to escape their biology? That's not dominance or supremacy. That's desperation and inferiority. Right, let's talk about
So Nolan, your people just skull dragged you. So you can't handle the truth. You're a snow monkey, aka monkey, aka Neanderthal, aka 6 strands of DNA. The Negroes got 9. Mutant recessive. Mutant means you're off the norm. Sulfuric melanin, low levels, sulfuric. You have selenium. Snow monkey. Man, just accept it. And guess what? I wouldn't even be saying it. You made me say it. Don't come in the lion's den, because you be an hors d'oeuvre. Okay, you're gonna get eaten. Like I just tore you up. All right, don't play up in here. This is Torah Tanakh. We don't play games. Tell me about Kirk or whatever. We don't care either way. We're not focused on them. We're focusing on Hebrew Israelites up here. All the nations hated. They're all 83. They want the name of Israel to be no more in remembrance. It's weak to love your enemy. We don't love you. But guess what? We don't love you, but we're not even thinking about you. A positive or negative hit you, we don't care. But we're not instigating it. We're not praying for it. It's been written that you're going to get the business, because in Obadiah 1:15, the day of the Most High is near to all the heathens. What you have done, it will be done unto you. Your reward shall return on your own head. You have a fight. You don't have a dog in a fight with us. You got it with the Creator. Your arms are too short. You're going to lose. You already lost. You got skull dragged. Okay, let me show this last one, and I'll let you guys go. And anyone that hasn't, fair use, fair use. Anyone that, hold on. Yo hacía mi segunda video de segunda. Ahora. If anybody didn't watch my first video, watch it. Shamar Tabex. I did a video, a very fascinating video. Heathen Gentile came in here and he got skull annihilated, skull dragged and skull annihilated. I grinded him up, and the other Israelites on this live chat grinded him up like bone dust. And he was, of course, scared to come on, because he's asking me, why am I calling him a monkey? No, you called us a whole bunch of names for centuries. So I got his own people to explain why he's a monkey, a snow monkey, aka regular chimp monkey. So all you have to do is shave the hair off, and he's pale. Palm color. Hebrew Israelites 100. Heathen Gentiles 0. And there always will be that. Even in our punishment, we are still a 0. Let me show you the next clip. And the reason why I was making this clip, because I never heard, well, I heard an Asian person, give how, Negro types. Believe me, some of you guys may not know, some of you may know. Yo, like I said, they called us Indians, Negroes, colors, blacks, African Americans, and whatever else. They also call us Moors. You think that just the Muslim type Negroes were called Moors. No, they call us, hey, black guy, they all look alike. They call us Moors. We helped build, we were in Europe, we were all over the place. We took the snow monkeys into civilization. Anyway. I heard an Asian woman go in depth in it. I think I put it on one of these videos in the past. But this Asian man, I never heard an Asian man, I'm not saying that there's not other ones that exist, but say something like this, and I want you to hear it. Listen, everybody's waking up. A lot of people are waking up. And listen, Israelite, don't think that the world doesn't know. The world knows. They just hiding it. And listen, Mr. Nolan, if you're secretly watching or any other heathen gentleman is watching, here at Hebron Island 2, this is a Torah and Tanakh only channel. We only deal with this. You call it the Old Testament. It's the Tanakh. We don't read no New Testament. I know the New Testament because I was a Christian pastor in America, assistant pastor in America, for a few years and stuff like that. I know the whole New and Old. And lies and truth is a lie. The New Testament is not even scripture, it's epistles and letters. JC is a God to you because in 1 John 1:1 it says, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. He became flesh and dwelt among us. Your JC is God to you, whether you know it or not. We don't deal with that. You can't get out of the first 3 commandments. We don't deal with them other books. I read all them other books. They got lies and truths in it. Just go on my video log and you can find a video that pertains to that. I'm not going to go over that in this video. We don't play around. We ain't coons and sambos that love our enemy. In Psalm 139, King David says, Most High, you let these people say all these things about you. King David said, I hate all those that hate the Most High. I hate them with a perfect hatred. You hate the Most High because you hate his people. You hate his law. You teach the world not to keep his commandments. And you hate the Most High. Don't keep commandments. Even though you were not made to keep the commandments because you're not the stars of the book. The Negro types. The brown people like King David, the 1539 Great Bible, 1 Samuel chapter 16. Anyway, we're not Sambones, we're not coons. So, we ain't gonna be cooning it up in here. All right, like a lot of Negroes. They love our enemy, not us. We ain't doing none of that. So we ain't doing this. Okay, let me show it to you. And I'm gonna show you the last clip. This is funny. Your Kohelet like to laugh. Like, hold on. Your Kohelet like to laugh. So, hold on. Let me get that for you. Okay. We ain't coons up here, Nolan. We ain't dancing for you. Not Torah Tanakh Israelites, we're not. No, that's not it. Oh, yeah, that's not that one. Okay, I got it. We ain't coons.
To show this, coons have no respect for themselves at all. Now, many popular people are coons, like celebrities, rappers, actors, athletes. And they are the easiest black folks to make a coon because not only are they in a state of Caucasian European hypnosis just from being a black person in America who didn't shake it off, the white man also gave them the opportunity to make money in that state. These people are absolutely nuts. They'll do anything. Now, I said the celebrity part because just to give you an example of people you see, but these coons are in everyday life. These are sick people. They're at work, they're at the supermarket, they're even in your house. I had to clear that up because I think that some people like to go out and just call everybody a coon, because they don't agree with some things that they're on at that point in life, whether it be political or whatever, or if they don't, if they aren't vocal. Like some of these guys who are considered celebrities, right? Yeah, I would.
All right, listen, the dancing, coon dancing is crazy. And those people are coons. And you know coons in your life. And you just have to go on YouTube. You find a lot. I heard today a lot of Negroes, Kirk guy, and crying. All that. These guys are these guys dancing right here.
To show this. Coons have no respect for themselves at all. Now, many popular people are coons, like celebrities, rappers, actors, athletes. And they are the easiest black folks to make a coon because not only are they in a state of Caucasian European hypnosis just from being a black person in America who didn't shake it off, the white man also gave them the opportunity to make money in that state. These people are absolutely nuts.
Yo, they fucking nuts. Coons, man. I heard a bunch of them today. YouTube is crazy. You crazy ass ninjas. Crazy. Dancing like Obama. The coons, all of them. Anyway, let's hear what this Chinese guy, Asian guy has to say. Truth is truth. So let's hear what he has to say, and we'll call it wraps. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I gotta find it. Fair use, fair use. Here we go. And we're going to call it quits. Thank you for guys coming on. And anybody that came on this video, you wasn't probably on my video that I just did before this video, like maybe 15 minutes ago, something like that, 20 minutes ago, whatever. Watch that video. That video was very interesting.
Black people, they don't want you to believe that. They don't want you to know who you are because you're Indian. Not those type of Indians. The ones in America. Not in the 7-Elevens. In the reservations. You were indigenous to this land. And you own this promised land. But they don't want you to know that. Black people, they don't want you to believe that. They don't want you to know who you are because you're Indian. Not those type of Indians. The ones in America. Not in the 7-Elevens. In the reservations. You were indigenous to this land. And you own this promised land. But they don't want you to know that.
So, okay, so you heard that. And I never heard that from an Asian guy. Remember, truth, wherever it comes from, truth is truth. And they don't want us to know who we are. There's Psalm 83. They have counseled together. They're confederate against us. They have the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. And that's what their whole thing is, to have us think. They got us as Indian. And listen, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes. I'm not here to debate anybody. Or is the Western Hemisphere the real old world? That's what I like I'm a proponent of that. But there's another Torah guy, I'm not gonna mention his name. He says that the real Jerusalem and Israel and Holy Land is in Asia. So, my first choice is the West because they have more pyramids in the Western Hemisphere than the middle. They call it the Middle East or whatever. They have many artifacts, so many. They have Egyptian artifacts. They got pyramids. They got that Grand Canyon that they hide from us. A lot of the towns and cities are Hebraic names in the scripture. Remember, the maps are wrong. They say it's 2025. Nah, it's probably 6,700 and something. Remember, they lie about everything. And your problem is you feel that the snow monkeys lied about only a couple things. Now they lied about almost everything. Remember, I read Psalm 36 to you. They lie about everything. So you ain't got no dog in a fight. Oh, well, I think where the fake Jewish people are. Well, you could believe that. I don't believe that. And anyway, that's nothing to argue about because where does it say anything about this is part of the Most High is going to be at peace with you. What I read, because I'm a student of King Solomon, Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13. For the conclusion of the whole matter, the sole purpose of man is to fear the Most High, keep his commandments, not have the specific geographic location of that. You need to know that, or you're not going to, Most High is not going to accept you. It doesn't say any of that. Remember, Deuteronomy 4, don't add or take away. So you don't have to fight with it. My preference is that the old world is the Western Hemisphere. All the maps are wrong. They lied. And my second choice, if that wasn't correct, would be the Asia. But I'm going with the Western Hemisphere. That's my first choice. Nothing to argue about. But he said it. And listen, my grandmother, my father's mother always used to tell us, you know, and I'm 60 years old, she's an Indian. I don't understand what she's saying. Like, why would she say it? Now I know 50 years later, I understand why she was saying it, because she's an Indian. And most likely my grandfather was too. They were from Georgia. I think she's from Virginia. She's from Georgia. But anyway, it's nothing to argue about. Well, the reason why I mention it is because you hear the Asian guy, he says they don't want us to know, because guess what? That's why we've been reclassified, race reclassified. Indians, colors, Negroes, Black, African American. No other group has been reclassified like us. Why? Because they want us confused. They want us thinking we came from Hamite Africa. No, because then we can't claim America. Then they would have to give reparations, because then it's our land. And then they would have to pay us rent. And they don't want to do that. So that's why we got to trick them. Remember, Psalm 36. Let me read it again. And then I'll call it quits right here. And again, whoever didn't watch my first video today, go on my channel and watch it. Hold on. Okay. Psalm 36. His words are evil and deceitful. He will not consider doing good. He in bed he plots mischief. He is set on a path of no good. He does not reject evil. To me, that's my description of heathen Gentiles in the world. Psalm 36. They don't reject evil. They plot mischief on their bed. They don't do good. They're not on the path of doing good. That is the heathen Gentiles of the world. That's their description from the New Yeshua Israel. Lying all the time. That Asian guy said they don't want to know who. Now, what does he got to gain to say that? Like, what does he got to gain? Rise, physical Hebrew Israelites. Cornrows. This is what they look like, not them Jewish people. You're lying. Why did that Asian guy say that? Because he's just telling the truth, that you demons lie about everything. I don't believe you hardly nothing. I'm fact checking everything you say. Double fact checking. They don't want us to know. California, Europa. Europa is a Negro black queen. California is I forgot her name, Queen of California. The Negroes. When the explorers came, they said they found the copper-colored people here already. In Mexico, the Olmec people, you just look at Olmecs, they're Negro type of people. They lied. And some of you guys are foolish and still didn't get the message. You think, oh, I know they lied about this, but they didn't lie about that. Yes, they did. This is a new year from Israel. Keep on the island too until next time. So, Mr. Nolan, I can see that you have no courage. You are a scoundrel, weak person, because you would have came on there because you were scared, because I'm going to prove that you're a monkey, a snow monkey. And your people will tell you you're a snow monkey. So I did that. It was easy work for the Koheleth Hebrew on the island too. Easy work. Skull dragged them and washed them up in the washing machine, folded them like a lawn chair. All right. Shamar, the oldest so-called black church in America, has Hebrew writing. And see, they don't know. They ain't never going to get that, because they don't want to see that. They don't want to see that, because then they would have to admit it. And remember, Psalm 36, they don't resist evil. Their path is evil. They do evil things. Cherokee is a dialect of Hebrew. So yeah, all that. Mayans and Mexicans, they're the devil. Don't be offended. Devil means deceiver. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is a new Yeshua Israel. He on the island too. Until next time. Next time. Bye, Norman.